Well, hi cuties! Finally, it's getting warmer outside, and I'm so excited about it because this was getting depressive. And on top of that, I've got something that is gonna definitely brighten your day even a little bit more. It's gonna be SEUNGMIN from StrayKids, and this is gonna be his solo singing, which I'm very excited about because I know that SEUNGMIN's been one of the kids that's been working on his singing probably the most. He's very invested in his singing style and just technique and just bettering himself as much as he can. I know that he has extra vocal coaching on top of that as well, so I'm very excited to see the results. And also I'm always here to support kids, you know, solo endeavors. So let's get into it. If you are interested in everything singing and music related, please don't forget to subscribe. We are growing very fast recently, and I thank you guys so much for it. Also, if you would like to hear me singing, then definitely go and subscribe to my second music channel, which is called Katriinka Music, and it's gonna be down in the description, where you can also find the link to my website. So if you've ever wanted to sing or you would like to work with me on your voice, then definitely go and check it out. If you have any further questions, then write me an email. I will try to respond as fast as possible, but definitely come and join us. We're gonna be waiting for you. And now, without any further ado, SEUNGMIN on episode 2 of Leemujin Service, and we're gonna be looking at Levanter, Behind the Page, Drunken Truth, and My Sea. Recently, I have checked all the discography of StrayKids because I know that Levanter has been producing, writing, and composing a lot of songs, but I thought it's gonna be like some of the songs, right? And just like maybe a half or like a couple of songs, and I've been so shocked because it's like 90% of StrayKids songs are written, composed, and even arranged by Levanter. Is incredible, especially if you look at their new album. It's all them, just them. Also, let me know in the comments. I was very excited about the new album. I am beyond. I am already beyond. Like, I'm gone. I am far gone with the excitement. They gave me a little teaser where it was literally no music, and I was still excited like a little kid. I don't know. It's the effect they have on me.
본 적도 없었어. 상상한 널 안았지만 두 손 꽉 널 잡았지만 품속엔 공허함만 남은 채 헤매이다 결국 깨닫게 됐어. 널 놓아야만 한다는 걸.
There's the baby.
I wanna be myself. 아직 낯설다 해도 널 벗어난 순간 내가 보여 모든 게 다 눈앞이다 이제는 알겠어.
I really like that they have a very raw acoustic sound. So it's acoustic, but on top of that, it's very obvious that there's not a lot of post-production going on, because even on acoustic versions, you can have like heavy filters and heavy cleanup of the sound, and the sound is a tiny bit metallic probably because of the room that they are in, and I like it so much because it's very natural. And this is a great example because he only has a little bit of a reverb on his voice, and his voice is shining in this song. It's so well done. He's not going anything breathy. He's going very with the anchored, very clean tone. And I think this song definitely deserves it because it's not like too high where you would have to be forced to go into more upper mix or like into even head voice. So it's a perfect position for him to really sing it nicely, naturally, and it's just very captivating. Then the moment I said it, he went there. So immediately got this, which is in a much higher register. It's a little bit of a backed sound, so it was a little bit heavier than he would be just going with a very tiny head voice. I'm back to full belts. That's really nice.
I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel alive.
This song suited him so well. I really enjoyed that it was very effortless and light. It was just a guitar and him. I really enjoyed it. It was very effortless, very light, but we had a lot of structures presented in this song, including his upper registers, where it was a very light and effortless switch there. It was fitting in the song very well. And since we had a bunch of heavier belts that were really nicely anchored with a clean tone before and after that, it was like a nice little switch that kind of lightened the song a little bit. I really like his voice too. I think these kind of voices stand out beautifully in acoustic versions. He's also a very good guitarist, so the whole thing just made a really beautiful acoustic version. Okay, let's continue.
골목길은 또 하염없이 멀어져 마주 앉은 탁자 반대편마저도
It's a beautiful switch.
봐도 맞닿을 수가 없어서
He's going very lightly, so there's just a very light, clean tone coming through. That's why that little switch there was so beautiful, because it was just a little bit of a clean tone on a very low volume. So it's a very sensitive, slow start into the song, which I really like because I like song dynamics. That's what you guys probably know about me by now. If somebody plays around with it, thumbs up from me.
언제부턴가 긴 그늘을 드리워 우리는 서로가 괜찮다는데 완전히 돌아갈 수는 없는 걸 감았다 떠보니 너무 멀리 와 있어 이제 이별 뒷면에 서 있는 우리 내게
I don't want to interrupt too much, but I wanted to pinpoint this difference between the beginning of the song where he was barely getting that clean tone through, and in the higher places, which are exactly the same as here, he was really going into the tiniest clean tone with a lot of a very tiny. But here, nicely anchored. So it's really been just a dynamics play there for him, which I'm super happy, because it is really super important to keep people glued into what you're doing with your voice. And if you keep the whole song in the same level, it gets very exhausting for the listener. So if you do work a lot with dynamics, it makes the song so much more interesting and the listener so much more invested.
넌 벅차도록 행복했던 꿈 이제 마지막 장을 넘겨야겠어 많이 아플 테지만 언젠가는 해야겠지 후회하지 마요 우리가 지나는 시간 그 한순간도 의미 없는 날은 없었고 또다시 가도 너일 테니까 이제
That was a great vowel to open as well. His hair. And he opened it really nicely. It's something between and ah. He was slowly opening it into the lower opener, but open it beautifully. I was waiting for the tiny little vibrato at the end, but we actually kind of immediately reconnected on another long note, so we're gonna see.
넌 벅차도록 행복했던 꿈 이젠 마지막 장을 넘겨야겠어 많이 아플 테지만 언젠가는 해야겠지 했지. 고마웠어 여기까지.
That was just a gorgeous song. One thing that definitely stands out for me is how he's not afraid of his voice anymore. I don't know if Mayfly was that breaking point. He is absolutely not afraid of his voice anymore. Now, in a standard or a typical kind of a fashion of singing in a K-pop, especially for boys, half of the song would be in his like mix, or in that very thin type of a head voice, thin mix that would be very high, very bright, and very airy. But he actually belted most of these areas that normally would be kind of dragged into that upper registers. He really anchored it and went for it. Beautiful openers, gorgeous developed tones with a full voice. I'm so freaking happy because I feel like we need more of this like kind of unfiltered, gorgeous voices that are not kind of forced to go into too much light places. Not that they would not be pretty, but I think there's also time and space for that kind of approach. And then there is a time and space for this kind of approach. And I'm so happy that it was with his chest out, you know, it was brave, it was open. And this song was beautiful for him to be able to open that voice, let it shine. And there were a couple of gorgeous open belts, and he did very well with breath support and just holding the tone, opening nicely and letting it shine. I was missing a little bit of a vibrato, but then I understood that it was one tone kind of immediately connecting on another one, so there was no like a smooth finish to that tone. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna see some later in the video. But again, I'm very proud of SEUNGMIN because this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. Guys enjoying their voices to the fullest and really letting the drive actually be in that song. So I'm excited. Okay, we've got another one with the piano. SEUNGMIN definitely chose his acoustic style. Honestly, I also have to work with a lot with volume, like up and down, so you guys don't go, you know, deaf. But it's good because it means there is not a lot of post-production as well. So it is pretty unfiltered to a certain level. So I am very happy that they left it so natural and they just left it so raw when it came to sound. Good job. It's a little jazzy, that's why I'm vibing so much with it.
그래 난 취했는지도 몰라 실수인지도 몰라 아침이면 까마득히 생각이 안 나 불안해할지도 몰라.
Can you hear the amount of chest resonation there? Absolutely stunning. So he is really tapping into that chest voice and chest resonation, which is making it so warm and fuzzy. And you can hear so much warmth in his voice right now. He's really letting it resonate beautifully. And it's one thing that when you're singing in very low spaces, this is something that you really need to utilize because it's gonna come out so gorgeous in the sound of the voice.
하지만 꼭 오늘 밤엔 해야 할 말이 있어 약한 모습 미안해도 술김에 하는 말이라 생각지는 마 언제나 네 앞에 서면 준비했어 했었던 말도 왜 나 반대로 말해놓고 돌아서 후회하는지 이젠 고백할게 처음부터 너를 사랑해왔다고.
Okay, the whole climb, absolutely gorgeous. I love that the song is composed very well. That climb, beautiful. And, but also you can have a structure in the song that is going to come out beautiful, but you have to also work with that structure correctly to actually deliver that effect that it's meant to be there. And he definitely worked it so nicely, because we started with that very resonating chest voice and we slowly pulled it up into those higher places and most of the belts. I think we're going to go actually a little bit higher here as well. Still keeping it very natural. Very nice.
이렇게 널 사랑해 어설픈 나의 말이 촌스럽고 못 믿어봐도 아무에게나 늘 이런 얘기하는 그런 사람은 아니야 너만큼이나 나도 참 어색해 너를 똑바로 쳐다볼 수 없어 자꾸만 아까부터 했던 말도 왜 미안해 하지만 오늘 난 모두 다 말할 거야.
Okay. Good job. Those mixes were beautiful and just also spot that they were not disconnected. They were literally flawlessly connected to the rest of the phrase, which was in the chest. So he basically belted in the chest and then pulled it up and mix without any hesitation. It was, oh my God, it was so nice. It actually surprised me a lot.
이렇게 널 사랑해 어설픈 나의 말이 촌스럽고 못 믿어봐도 그냥 하는 말이 아니야 두 번 다시 이런 일 없을 거야.
Now, in exchange, we had a little bit of a head voice there. It could be stylistic choice. Anyways, he pulled it twice before, so this definitely might have been a stylistic choice to actually jump into head voice instead of the mix.
아침이 밝아오면 다시 한번 널 품에 안고 사랑한다 말할게.
Now, this was on purpose for sure, but could you hear the switch and that lightness that he actually pulled with that head voice? Gorgeous. I'm sorry if I'm overexcited, but be understanding, okay? Okay. I don't really think people realize how difficult it is to actually pull this kind of a mix, and especially if you want to connect it on the belts. So you're basically elevating your voice higher, higher, higher. You're pulling it from the chest belts, and then you switch with no audible kind of interruption into that mix. And back that sound a little more, open it beautifully. This is hard. What he did there is not easy. That's actually very, very, very hard. And those 2 times he pulled it, like it surprised me. I was like very, very surprised. I got goosebumps from that. I am very excited for him. Yeongkwang actually has very similar pull into that mix. So maybe, maybe they discussed and share some knowledge and share some, tips and tricks. But that was very nicely done. And it was so fluent. Like you usually kind of expect some type of like, at least like on the face or like in the sound, but it was so fluent. That's why it caught me so off guard, because it was incredibly fluent straight there.
그대 나를 떠나간다 해도 없죠 여전히 그댄 나를
From what I understood, this is a surprise song, or at least they were kind of discussing something around this song, and they just pulled it up on him. Look at him. Good job. Seungmin is becoming definitely an all-rounder in singing, but you know, you can have various strengths and various places of your voice. You can still be able to do a head voice. You can still be able to pull some, you know, kind of a chesty belts, and that's fine. But he is refining a lot. And the refining actually kind of mark how much work you've done on your singing. It's the fluency that you have in your singing, the correct openers, the way you utilize certain parts of the song to, you know, to its best effects when you sing it, so it stands out. It's a good singer can make the song really shine. A singer that's not that experienced can make the song fall completely flat. So I think this is IU, if I'm correct, my C. And just to say, that song is hard. I started to learn that song in summer, and I had to leave it behind because I had another project to do, but I did have to work a lot on that song. It's really difficult. It goes up into crazy heights. I'll just look at my piano. It goes into crazy heights. IU is a genius when it comes to her voice. She knows exactly what to do, where, and how, and her technique is insane. And I had a lot to do because I am more of an alto singer. I do not go into insane heights on my daily schedule. So that song is really freaking difficult. So I'm very excited what it's gonna look like here. Why won't Seungmin like can we have Due with some gorgeous female voice like Taeyeon or even IU? Oh, that would be so nice, because Seungmin is like rediscovering his nice, natural, beautiful, big voice, and IU has this gorgeous, lightweight. That would be so nice. That would be so nice. But also, it would be nice to have him in a duet with somebody, maybe in more alto section, maybe in more chesty type of voice as well, because we would have this clash of two gorgeous big voices. I don't know. Just my mind is working. Very soft beginning too.
사랑하지 못해서 맘이 가난한 밤이야 거울 속에 마주친 얼굴이 어색해서 습관처럼 조용히 눈을 감아.
Well, you didn't tell me that there's gonna be a duet. I was just talking about it, and then we get this. Oh my god, harmony. I'm weak for this. I'm too weak for this.
밤이 되면 서둘러 내일로 가고 싶어 수많은 소원 아래 매일 다른 꿈을 꾸던 아이는 그렇게 오랜 시간 겨우 내가 되려고 아팠던 걸까 겨우 내가 되려 사이는 하루만큼 더 멀어져 우리는 화해할 수 없을 것 같아 나아지지 않을 것 같아.
Stop. Oh my god. Well, that's the end of the journey for me, guys. That's the end of the video. I can't take this no more. joking. How could I stop in the middle just like that and just keep you hanging? I would never. I would never. This is gorgeous. This is insanely gorgeous. It's just aesthetically so pleasing that you just cannot stop listening to that. I love that there is harmony there, that they're singing all together, but also at the same time there is a certain type of duet where one is actually dragging the notes and is basically making like a background type of a slide up. The other one is basically in front of him singing the melody. Gorgeous, very, very beautiful. I didn't expect this at all, and this is such a stunning finale for this.
어린 날 내 맘엔 영원히 가물지 않는 바다가 있었지. 이제는 흔적만이 남아 희미한 그곳에.
I had to actually put the lighting on my camera down because literally the sun came up. You could see I was becoming more white than I usually even am. Like I'm a snowflake. Look at me. Like I'm a snowflake. I'm aware of that, but I was becoming a ghost. I was actually dissolving into the light. So they both approached the verses fantastically because this song cannot be sang very heavy from the get-go because its chorus is just so beautiful that's where the song develops. That's where you have to let it shine. Also, the song goes very high. And it's not really good placements for like huge heavy belts. So we want to have it very airy, angelic, beautiful. And if you would sing the lower parts with a very heavy tone, with a heavy voice, the contrast would be too stark and it would be just too much out there. So very good approach from both of them.
설렘으로 차오르던 나의 숨소리와 머리 위로 선선히
There was an eye contact. Because they had to, since they pulled it, they had to open at the same time. So they're having a lot of communication in here between them, which is very good.
파도가 되어 어디로든 달려가고 싶어. 작은 투명 아래 천천히 두 눈을 뜨면
Beautiful opener.
세상은 그렇게 오랜 시간 내게로 와 눈부신 선물이 되고 눈부신 선물이 숱하게.
That was beautiful. First of all, he went with a clean tone, which is heads down. That's very high for a man, so beautifully done. And did a little climb down from the head voice from Seungmin. This arrangement is gorgeous.
의심하던 나는 그제야 나에게 대답할 수 있을 것 같아. 선 너머의 기억이 나를 부르고 있어. 아주 오랜 시간 동안.
They had to go so much into arrangement of this song because it's so well done and so well rehearsed, and it's just everything is perfectly fitting.
잊고 있던 목소리에
One of them stayed and one of them climbed into upper register.
거슬러 나 돌아가 내 안에 바다가 태어난 곳으로.
Oh, he knows his voice.
휩쓸려 길을 잃어도 자유로워. 더 이상 날 가두는 어둠에 눈 감지 않아. 약속하지 않아.
The lights. Oh my god. I've been blessed. Wow.
그럼에도 여전히 가끔은 삶에게 지는 날들도 있겠지. 또다시 헤매일지라도
Such a gorgeous light ending as well. From the very huge tone into nothing. So beautiful. Oof, honestly, this might be the best rendition of this song after IU. I know a lot of people attempted to cover this song, but honestly, this is my absolute biggest favorite, and I really feel like this might be the best rendition of My Sea I've heard. And the arrangement, perfect. The way they played those two voices and just didn't keep it in a simple harmonies, but also like really utilized that both guys were able to sing with their natural voice and could pull really nicely anchored belts, but at the same time they both knew how to go into a mix a lot and had no issues with the head voice. They utilized everything with everybody, and the last tone was insanely beautiful. Lee Mujin also, along with SEUNGMIN, two gorgeous singers. I'm definitely gonna pay as much attention to them as possible because they are absolutely outstanding. I'm super happy with SEUNGMIN, very proud of him. He brought the light into my eyes. Literally all of the renditions, I loved all the songs. My Sea, of course, standing out the most. It was insanely beautiful and very well done, very well technically, you know, mastered. And this was all very raw, so I'm very thankful that we got to hear this, because you can see how much SEUNGMIN is really working on himself, how much he's developing his talent, and he's not just sitting around being like, yes, I'm pretty, yes, I can sing, but he's really working very hard on that. And that's what I think is incredibly admirable on him. Let the sun shine on me a little bit longer, and I'm gonna go and re-listen this. And if you want to, definitely go and support this episode. It's gonna be linked down in the description. Go give it a lot of love because it definitely deserves it. Go listen to it without my interruptions, without me talking. Have it a good listen and just enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is the video that is recommended for you, and here is rest of my K reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.